Powered by supporters and volunteers in 74 countries and counting, the Prem Rawat Foundation is dedicated to helping people around the globe live with dignity, peace and prosperity. There were tremendous needs in 2017 as natural disasters, conflict and poverty crippled too many people across the world. But thanks to its remarkable grassroots supporters, TPRF was able to make a world of difference for more people than ever before. Here's just a few of the year's top developments. Propelled by the enthusiasm of participants, the Peace Education program grew at a record pace, embraced by everyone from government leaders and university students to refugees, inmates, and other groups living across the world, from the remote South Pacific island of Vanuatu to major Western cities.
Peace Education program tries to only achieve one simple thing, is to put you in touch with yourself. That's all it has to do.
This year was marked by an effort to offer the program to people who are recovering from civil wars and violence in countries such as Sri Lanka, East Timor, South Sudan, and Colombia. As the longest-running war in the Western Hemisphere came to a close in Colombia, the country incorporated the Peace Education program into its reconciliation efforts to cultivate a lasting peace.
La violencia nos ha afectado a todos. Para empezar el camino de la paz, primero nosotros necesitamos sanar nuestras heridas.
Hay varios programas de educación para la paz que se están adelantando en Antioquia con entidades gubernamentales enfocados especialmente en las víctimas del conflicto armado de Colombia.
Cierto, yo creo que cuando uno empieza a ver los videos empieza a ver que es que la paz no, la paz está ahí, está hecha, no se compra, no se vende, no se da.
Necesitamos entonces conocer cuáles son nuestras potencialidades para poder colaborar a que esta paz sea más duradera.
No se puede hablar de paz en la sociedad si no se habla de paz en el interior de cada uno. Entonces creo que ahí estamos apuntando a que este proceso va a ir fortaleciendo y apoyando precisamente esa construcción de paz individual para una paz colectiva.
PEP continues to blossom in South Africa as a growing number of NGOs, schools and training centers have integrated the workshops into their programs. Ernest Luketi and a passionate team of volunteers in Soweto have played a key role in expanding the reach of programs in that historic township and beyond.
It's really, really humbling to be part of the Peace Education program. When we engage communities, you find young people who lost hope, but once they are introduced to the Peace Education program, they now start to respect themselves, to take themselves very serious.
It doesn't point to their problems, it points to them as a source of hope, as a source of energy to take things forward.
It taught me to love, not to have grudges, and to forgive people who have hurt me.
South African authorities approved the Peace Education program for all correctional facilities last year. And this year, Anne Wolfson has led a monumental training effort with prison staff to implement it.
The response has been actually unbelievable. There's been so much gratitude.
So many veterans are looking for an enduring sense of peace long after they return from war, and PEP is helping a growing number of them around the world find it. At the Beacon and Catterick Garrison, UK, veterans at risk of homelessness benefit from supported housing and help for a range of issues. Residents and staff have been attending PEP workshops here for the past year.
Be honest with you, at first I thought hippy-dippy, it's not for me, but I'll give it a go. I thought, yeah, it's all peace, love, happiness, and something that I didn't really think or believed in, shall I say. You know, I was an angry, hating man when I first started it, so.
That first impression soon changed, and Blair had such a positive experience in the course that he went on to serve as a volunteer facilitator for his fellow vets.
In the army, we're prepared for the worst scenario, and you've got the tools to deal with that worst case scenario. Whereas in civilian street, I thought I could deal with it. I didn't have the tools, and I've now got the tools through the PEP to help and understand myself as much as anything else. because that's the big conflict I had, was trying to understand myself.
The veterans benefit, certainly as I said, I'm a veteran myself, it gives them a bit of understanding about conflict and war as well, you know, and maybe trying to understand that possibly some of them are fighting an internal battle.
Law enforcement agencies grew increasingly interested in PEP this year as they looked for ways to help officers stay calm and focused, even during the most stressful circumstances. In Mauritius, police officers said that cultivating a sense of personal peace helped greatly with their efforts to preserve the public peace.
After doing the Prem Rawat Foundation session, my state of mind is more calm.
It has been I would say, awesome. I'm in a better position now to manage conflicts.
I can contribute to our population to help them. First of all, I must be at a position to understand them.
This session reminds me that whenever I see somebody, I should recognize him as a human being first.
The Food for People program is helping more and more people break the cycle of poverty and gain a leg up in life. In 2017, hundreds of thousands of nutritious daily meals were served to children and ailing adults in India, Ghana, and Nepal, transforming lives and communities. In Nepal, TPRF worked with its long-term partner, Prem Foundation Nepal, on a major expansion of the program to feed 750 additional children daily meals at the remote Bageshwari Secondary School. Many of the students walk hours from their homes to class each day.
त्यो अवस्थामा जुन यो खाजा कार्यक्रम हुँदैछ भनेपछि विद्यार्थीहरु चाहिँ यो स्कुलमै पढ्नुपर्छ भन्ने विद्यार्थीहरु पनि छ जीवनमै एउटा जीवनदान जस्तो लागिरहेछ मेरो व्यक्तिगत रूपमा मेरो सोचाइमा धेरै धेरै जुन यो संस्थालाई चाहिँ धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु
Food for People Ghana in the village of Otenibi earned praise from national leaders as a model program this year. The food kitchen continued to spark higher class attendance and achievement. And in another sign of improved health, student athletes made the community proud by excelling in a regional sports tournament.
In previous years, we couldn't take part because our enrollment was woefully low. And when we got enrolled onto the Food for People program, our enrollment has shot up.
The food I ate gave me energy and now I'm healthy. It gave me energy to play the volleyball.
This facility has been a blessing. Looking at the performance, I'm very impressed. They are doing well in the sense that all the heats, we are part of the finals.
In addition to the Food for People program, TPRF took several other humanitarian initiatives to help people build foundations of prosperity. In Nepal, TPRF gave a $40,000 grant to build new computer labs in the schools served by Food for People and more than $37,000 in disaster relief to help people in the Terai agricultural region recover from this year's devastating monsoon floods. TPRF donors also responded compassionately to destructive hurricanes in North America, giving more than $113,000 to provide crucial food and medical care to storm victims in Texas and Puerto Rico. In 2017, TPRF sponsored several live forums with Prem Rawat to help ensure that diverse populations have access to his unique message of peace, as well as the opportunity to follow up on themes covered in the peace education workshops and ask questions. In May, TPRF sponsored a celebratory forum with Prem Rawat in Soweto, South Africa, giving many peace education program participants and NGO leaders the opportunity to see him live for the first time.
Soweto, are you there? South Africa, are you there?
The heart is the place in a human being where the goodness in you resides, where the clarity lives, where understanding lives, where the peace lives in you. That's the heart, the place of light, not darkness. And that's always in you.
In July, TPRF sponsored a forum at the Cultural Hall Panamericana in the city of Medellin, Colombia, with ex-combatants and government leaders, including the Secretary of Education for Antioquia.
Truest essence of education is to know yourself. Do you know yourself? Because if you don't, how will you gain victory over your anger, over your fear, over all that time after time after time causes the conflicts in this world?
Prem Rawat was invited to sign a historic memorandum of understanding between TPRF and the government of Antioquia to implement the peace education program in 500 schools that will serve demobilized forces.
How honored I am to be a part of this transformation that Colombia is trying to achieve. Of a new era, of a new time, of a new history in which people can live without fear, people can live with peace, people can live with understanding. So I am very privileged and very honored to be a part of this incredibly majestic and noble effort. Thank you.